John!
Out of my way!
I'm not in front of you, so what does that even mean?
I'm not gonna say stupid stuff like that! Shut your trap and trust me!
Welcome back to Bakugo's Animations. In today's video, we will be reviewing the SH Figuarts Bakugo, also known as
Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite!
This was a figure I was pretty excited for when they first announced it. I knew I had to get it and review it, with him being one of my favorite characters, as well as the fact that he's the main and the face of my channel. And now having it in hand, let's see if it was worth the wait. Starting off with the packaging. The packaging looks pretty similar to Deku's, just with a different color scheme. At the front of the packaging, there's a picture of Bakugo as well as his hero name. And at the bottom, Bandai Tamashii Nations. And at the top, Bandai Namco and My Hero Academia. Moving on to the side, there are pictures of all of Bakugo's head sculpts, as well as My Hero Academia on the bottom. On to the back of the box, it has Katsuki Bakugo's name with some accessories, him and some poses you can get him, as well as some warning labels at the bottom of the packaging. On the left side, there's MHA at the bottom, a picture of Bakugo as well as SH Figuarts at the top. Now it's time to get into the figure. First, looking at the detail of the figure, looks really good. They were able to get many of the proportions, details, and all the sculpting correctly, and the figure looks just like Bakugo. As for the feel of the figure, most of his uniform itself is matte finish. Gauntlets seem to be a bit more glossy, as well as the grenade pins, but overall everything looks really good. On to articulation. And I'm glad to say the articulation doesn't disappoint. Starting off with the head articulation, he can look down that much, up that much, left to right. He can swivel but not all the way because of the collar. The explosive head pieces are articulated. He can do a T and even a Y pose. A nice bicep swivel. The gauntlet can push out for more articulation. And the hands have a lot of articulation through the ball joint and hinge. He has a really good butterfly joint that goes all the way. He can bend this far forward and this far back. Tilt left and right, but he's kinda hindered swiveling side to side. All the bombs on his belts are articulated with a joint. Kick out that far with double jointed knees. Can kick that far right and has a full thigh swivel. He has a swivel down here, go that far back and that far forward, tilt, and a toe hinge. Overall, he has some great articulation. It is hindered in some areas though, like the head, as well as the swivel side to side. But overall, they did really good on the articulation and were able to overcome some of the parts like his gauntlets. You should be able to get Bakugo in almost any pose you want. And overall, for articulation, he gets a 9 out of 10. On to accessories, he comes with 2 fist hands, 2 grasping like open palm hands, 2 widespread open palm hands, as well as 2 hands to hold his explosive effects. Comes with 5 faces, a stern face, a yelling angry face, a cocky laughing face, a big smirk, as well as a stern maskless face. He comes with 2 different head sculpts, one with his mask and one without. Overall, he comes with a good amount of accessories. The 5 head sculpts are great at capturing Bakugo's expressions and emotions. He comes with almost everything you need, but he is missing his other gauntlets, as well as the weaponry on his back, which will both be coming in the accessory pack for Bakugo and Deku. Overall, he gets an 8.5 for accessories. Now on to size comparison. Here's some My Hero figures like All Might and Deku, and they all look really good together. Bakugo and Deku look really nice side by side. But now here's Bakugo next to Todoroki, and they do scale pretty well next to one another. Now here's him next to SH Figuarts Naruto, Luffy, and Gojo. Here's him next to Denji, Ichigo, and Yusuke. And he fits in pretty well with most of them. He should scale pretty well next to most other lines. Now on to final thoughts. For my final thoughts on the figure, I think they did a really good job at making the articulation work. Especially with a design like this with the gauntlets and even the pants. I'm glad they were able to overcome them unlike some other lines. Anyway, he came with a perfect amount of accessories for the figure, coming with some effect pieces, multiple different choices for faces, different head sculpts, and an okay variety for hands. The figure looks really good and has a nice matte finish. So overall, the figure gets a 9 out of 10. So far so good with the My Hero line, with already having 2 great releases. So far a lot of people have enjoyed this line, and it's grown to be a pretty popular one too. And maybe eventually rivaling the Naruto line. I'm excited to see what's next for the line, as well as to see if the quality continues throughout the rest of their figures, like Todoroki, Ochako, and Toga. I would definitely recommend this stand if you're a fan of My Hero Academia, as well as Bakugo. But that's about it for this review. Hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you on the next one.